situation of, do I go up there on stage and make a scene
You should have.
with them in their first segment, or should I allow them to just go ahead and do their thing?
Joe was great with
So
it.
I decided.
That was
So
good.
I apologize
No
for
problem.
my tardiness tonight. It's like those things happen.
It's Christmas traffic.
They happen in threes because we had Gum do it, we had Witten do it, and now we had me do it. So I
Yeah.
think we've got them all out of the way. But it's great to see you.
Thanks, Wally. Great
so
to be
good,
here.
So good to see you. And you're as a lot of the old timers go, you know, you're one of my favorite interviews, and I reread half of this book today, Tales from the Dallas Cowboys, which is a book that should I do it over here? Yeah, I'll do it over here. That you did with Charlie Waters, your good friend Charlie Waters, and I know you guys worked together.
Right.
And this was how many years? 5 years ago? Something
Was
like
it that long ago? It was about 5 years ago, I think it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've
About
written
5
another
years.
one since that time too, though.
Well, you're going to have to update me on that one because
Okay.
like I said, I've got all sorts of things that I want to ask you about from this book
Okay.
that just cracked me up. What was the last one that you did?
It was called Captain Crash from Sideline to Goal Line, and it was just a continuation, really, of the same type of stories that we
Right.
wrote in that first book, and it's a fun book. I mean, it's I think for Cowboy fans, and it just has a lot of unique, funny stories in there about kind of growing up with the Cowboys.
There's plenty of funny stories to be told.
Yeah. Oh, there are. There's a lot that can't be told.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe we could get into some of those tonight.
Yeah,
Some of
no, we're not
oh,
gonna
no,
do that
I've heard some of those that didn't make this book.
Oh yeah, you have. Because
Yes,
you've been
I
around
have.
Charlie. You've been around Charlie, haven't you? I guess.
Yes,
That's
I
where the-
have.
that's where
I've
you-
been around one of your best buddies, and
Yeah.
so that's probably a good thing and a bad thing at the same time.
Yeah,
All right,
don't
before
tell
we,
the-
I've got a great question. Since you're Captain Crash, I've got what I think is an appropriate question at this time in the NFL, and that's the question of leading with the head and concussions and all those things. Because Cliff, you kind of led with your noggin a little bit when you tackled, didn't you? A lot.
Yeah, I did a lot actually, and you know we were just talking tonight. One of your the crew here's father was responsible for the helmet that
Kevin,
I wore.
our
Kevin,
engineer, yeah.
Kevin, Dr. Marietta wore a space age helmet that was made out of space age material that was that absorbed an enormous amount of impact. It didn't mean that I didn't have any concussions though. I'm sure that during the times that I played, I mean, I know I was knocked out, and it is something I'm concerned about, to be honest with you.
I know this story, so you tell me whether this was you or Charlie.
It was probably, yeah, okay.
Was it you?
It was
That
I knocked him out, or he knocked me out? No.
Well, it was one where one of you took a vicious hit,
Yeah.
and you couldn't figure out where to go after
Yeah,
the
that was
play. So you take it from there if you remember that.
Yeah, I
part.
remember that. There was a blitz called, and Boobie Clark we were playing Cincinnati, and Boobie Clark was the running back, and he was one of the today's size running backs. I mean, he was 250, and my responsibility was to stop him in the hole. And I did, or I thought I did, or so they told me I did later. But I hit him, and I looked around. I didn't know where I was. I didn't know who we were playing. I went over to Charlie Waters and said, "Charlie, I don't know where. I don't know who we're playing. I don't know where I am." And he pointed down the line and on the field, the yard line, and he
The
said,
yard stripe that runs
yard
sideline to
stripe,
sideline.
sideline, and he said, "See that line?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Follow it," and he led to our bench.
So it took you to the sideline. So
Took me
you
to the sideline.
just follow that straight white
Yeah,
line.
man.
That'll take you all the way where
And,
you
know,
need to go.
He could have done the wrong, he could have pointed me in the other direction, and I would have, never known, and ended up on Cincinnati sideline.
Okay,
right?
well, now let's get a little serious about that. I know, Charlie, bless his heart, I was looking at a picture in here where
Yeah.
they were resetting his broken arm on the field.
Right, they did that.
Okay, and I know Charlie has some neck issues. How are you? How do you feel?